Good morning, everyone. In the last session, we have seen the database tables for admin API and AR API. So as part of admin API, we have taken one table called IES user. What is the purpose of this IES user? It is used to store user account details. That means either caseworker credentials or admin credentials we are going to store in the IES user table. As part of that user table, these are the columns that we are going to take. And we are having another table that is called IES user roles table. What is the purpose of IES user roles table? What is the use of IES user roles table? It is used to specify roles of our IES application. How many roles we are supporting in our application that will be maintained in IES user roles table. And next one, we are having another table called IES plans table. Okay. What is the purpose of IES plans table? It is used to store plans of IES application. What are the plans that we are supporting in our project? Those plans will be inserted in the plans table. In our project, administrator is available to insert the plans that are required for our application. When the plan is inserted, that will be maintained in the plans table. Okay. And we are having IES apps table is available, nothing but IES applications. Now, so when the data will be inserted in IES apps table, when citizen application is created, it is used to store citizen application details. It is used to store citizen application details. When citizen apply for a plan, when citizen want to apply for a plan, then citizen data will be stored into apps table. Caseworker will log in into IES application and caseworker will create one application for the citizen. That application will be maintained in the apps table. If citizen belongs to Rhode Island state, then for that citizen application will be created along with the case number. So these three tables are four tables available: user table, role table, plan table, apps table. For developing admin functionality and for developing application registration functionality, we can use these tables. Once application registration got completed, that application will be displayed in the view application. So which caseworker is logged in into our application, that caseworker information, that caseworker created applications will be displayed in the view applications screen. Here, case number will be available as a hyperlink. Okay. Whenever we click on that, then it will ask which plan that you want to apply. So what are the plans that are created by admin and which are in the active status? Those plans will be displayed here. For the DC table, for the DC, data collection is starting. Once application registration completed, then data collection will start. How many tables you identified for data collection? What are those tables? Those are already available. So these user table, role table, plan table, app table already available. Only for data collection, how many tables we have? Sorry? Income, education, kids. Only 3 tables. Is it sufficient? Huh? Then what about this plan selection? Where you will maintain that? Citizen details, user, it is for case worker. This is for role. This is the plans, which plans we are applying. Citizen app table. In the app table, plan name is not available. Just app table, case number, name, email, phone number. We can go with another screen, right? So here DC plan selection, you can make it as a separate table. So here DC plan selection table we can take. So this is table. In this table we can maintain plan selection ID. Okay, and here which plan that citizen applied, what is the case number, and what is the plan ID. Plan name is already available in the plan table. For that plan name, whatever the ID is available, that we can store in another table. This can be done in two ways. One thing, in the app table only, you can add one more column which plan that citizen is applying, or else you can maintain a separate table, DC plan selection table. In the DC plan selection table, here we will maintain the data which is citizen applied for which plan. So citizen we will identify based on the case number. For every citizen, one case number will be generated. Which plan that citizen is applying, that will be maintained in the plan ID table. So DC plan selection table we can take. It is used to store citizen selected plan. It is used to store citizen selected plan info. So one citizen may apply for SNAP, another citizen may apply for CCAP, someone may apply for Medicaid or Medicare. Which citizen is applying for which plan, that information we can maintain in the plan selection table. It is used to store citizen selected plan information, plan selection ID, case number, and plan ID. After that, we need one more table. Here DC income table will be available. DC income table and DC children table, DC children table and DC education table will be available. So in the data collection module, total we are going to take 4 tables here: plan selection, income, children, and education. Citizen is applying for which plan, that information will be available in plan selection table. What is the income of the citizen, that will be stored in the DC income table. When we go for data collection, first view application, when I click on this, which plan they want to apply, that information along with the case number and plan data store in the plan selection table. After this, we are taking income data from the citizen. So DC income table. In this table, we will take the columns like this: income ID, that will become primary key, then salary income, that is job income, rent income will be available, and some other property income will be available. This income belongs to which case number, that case number we should maintain as a foreign key. So based on the case number, we need to identify what is the income of the citizen. Based on the case number, we need to identify citizen applying for which plan. Okay. After DC income, then we will go for DC children table or DC education table. Click on submit. Here education details are available. So for this, education ID will be available as a primary key. Education ID we are taking as a primary key in this. Now, what is the data that is coming from the form? Highest degree, then graduation year, university, from which university. Okay, this information is belongs to which citizen, that will be maintained by using case number, that is a foreign key. Fine. DC education table, it is used to store citizen education data. It is used to store citizen education information. How to identify which citizen education details are these? That's where case number we are taking as a foreign key. After that, when it comes to kids details, so one citizen can have multiple kids also. Here we are going to take DC children table. It is used to store it is used to store citizen children's information. Now here child ID, that will become primary key. Then child name, child date of birth and child SSN. Child name, child age and child SSN. Child ID, that is a primary key. Child name, child date of birth, child SSN, date of birth or age. Age is available, right? So instead of age, let us take it as a DOB field. So based on the date of birth, we can calculate the age. I will change the field name. Instead of the age, let us consider this as a date of birth. And we are getting SSN number. This child belongs to which citizen? For that, we need to maintain case number in the table that will be available as a foreign key. So DC income, what is the purpose of this table? It is used to store citizen income details. DC income table is used to store citizen income details. DC children, it is used to store citizen children's information. DC education, it is used to store citizen education details. So with this, for the DC module, we have taken 4 tables. One is plan selection table. Second one is income table. Third one is children table. If a citizen having 3 children, then 3 records will be inserted in the same table. If citizen having 2 children, those 2 children will be inserted as 2 records in the table. If citizen does not have any children, then no record will be inserted in the children table. Education, so citizen education data will be inserted into education table. After adding all the data here, summary screen is available. Do we need any separate table, or we just need to get the table from data from existing tables and display? Get the data from existing tables and display here, right? That is the DC tables are available. Which plan citizen applied? What is the citizen income data? What are the children's details available? And DC education data is available. So for data collection module, these 4 tables are sufficient, right? Anyone not able to identify correctly? Right. Yeah, implementation part we'll do later. Forget about that. I'm talking about table design first. Find by case number. Here, whenever we want to query the data from the DC education table, we will write a find by method. Find by case number will give the data. Why it will not work? We will maintain case number as a separate column in the education table, children table, income table. It will. Let me tell you. In the citizen apps table, case number will be inserted as a primary key. When I am inserting the data in the plan selection or DC income, it will have a relation with the apps table. Whatever the case number data is available, I will populate that data into these tables also. When we are inserting employee and address, in the address table, employee ID will be populated as a foreign key. Here also, in all these tables, one extra column should be available for the case number. We need to insert that case number value in this table. Then you can write find by case number, you can get that record. It will, no. Whenever we are establishing the relation, foreign key relationship will be available. Another one column will be there. There we will insert this value. That value should be there in the table. So if you don't have the case number in the table, we cannot find that record. Yeah, I will see your code. That is different. First, let's understand the table design. So in every TC table, case number should be available. Why case number should be available? If I want to determine eligibility of the citizen based on the case number, I have to get the data. For example, if I don't have case number in this table, we can't identify education details of the citizen. So case number should be available as a foreign key, right? So in the DC, there are 4 tables available: plan selection, income, children, and education. All right. So for the summary table, based on the case number, we will get all the data from the tables and we will display in the summary screen, and we'll click on confirm. When we click on the confirm, then we will go to eligibility determination module. What is the purpose of eligibility determination? Eligibility determination module, it is used to determine eligibility of the citizen for the plan which he applied. So now here, for the eligibility determination, for every plan, some conditions will be available. If they want to go for the SNAP, their income should be less than this much. If they want to go for CCAP, they should have income less than this amount. They should have children with minimum age less than 16 years. So if they want to go for Medicare, their age should be greater than 60. If they are going for Medicaid, they should have less income, less property, then only they will be eligible. For that, I will give some conditions for ED module. So here, whenever we click on this button, observe carefully. Whenever we click on determine eligibility, case number is already available. Based on the case number, can you get citizen applied for which plan? Can you get the income details of the citizen? Can you get the kids details of the citizen? Can you get education details of the citizen? Yes, we will get all the information based on the case number, and we will execute plan conditions. Which is citizen applied for which plan? For that plan, what are the conditions available? If a citizen data matching with the plan conditions, citizen will be approved for the plan, then he will get the benefit amount. If a citizen data not matching with the plan, citizen will be denied for the plan. Why citizen denied? We need to maintain that in the denial reason. Okay. So once you determine, whenever you click on this button, complete logic will execute in the background. Take the citizen data, execute the conditions, verify citizen approved or denied. If citizen is approved, then benefit amount will be available. If citizen is denied, benefit amount will not be available. After inserting the data into table, that data we will display in this screen also. Now, to store eligibility details, I'm going to take one table here, ED Elig details. Eligibility determination module, ED Elig details table will be available. In this table, we are going to display the information. Whatever the eligibility data, here ED trace ID, eligibility trace ID will be available. That we will take it as a primary key. Then after, citizen applied for which plan? First of all, this eligibility data belongs to which case number? So this is a foreign key that will be available in the apps table. Then what is the plan that citizen is applied? That plan name we can maintain here, right? And the next one, plan status will be available. Okay. Now plan start date. This is not actual plan start date. For this citizen, when this plan is getting started. So from which date to which date citizen is applicable, or else let's can make it as eligibility start date, and we can maintain eligibility end date. From which date to which date that citizen is eligible for the plan, eligibility start date and eligibility end date. If plan status already available, that means that citizen is approved for the plan or citizen is denied for the plan. So what is the status that we are going to maintain? And here we will maintain one more column called benefit amount. If a citizen is approved for the plan, what is the benefit amount citizen is getting? If a citizen is denied for the plan, then what is the reason for that? Denial reason will be available. So here you applied for SNAP. They will verify your data. If your data is matching with the SNAP conditions, then your plan status will be approved, and from which date to which date your plan is approved. Your start date, your end date. 6 months you will get the plan. From today, if you take June 2nd plus 6 months, till that you will be eligible for the plan. Then benefit amount. Every month, how much benefit amount you are going to get, amount will be decided by eligibility system. If you are, for example, you applied for Medicare, but your age is 40 years only, then you will be denied for the plan. When you deny for the plan, start date, end date, benefit amount will not be available. Only denial reason will be available. Because of age factor, you are denied for the plan. That information we will maintain in ED eligibility details table. All right. So trace ID, that is a primary key. Case number is a foreign key. Plan name, which plan citizen applied. What is the status of that plan? What is the plan start date? What is the plan end date? Eligibility start date, eligibility end date. What is the benefit amount he is getting? And what is the denial reason he is getting? For all these things, we are maintaining columns in the table. Are you clear? Eligibility details will be available. Once eligibility is determined, then there is a button for that particular number. Generate correspondence option will be available. So whenever you go for generate correspondence, right? What will happen with the generate correspondence? One notice will be generated. For notices, we are going to maintain one table that is called CO notices. Correspondence notices will be available. What is the meaning of correspondence notices? What is the meaning of correspondence notices? For citizen, we are going to send notice regarding plan approved or plan denied. So here in the correspondence notice table, we are going to specify notice ID. We are going to specify notice ID. This notice belongs to which case number? That we will notice ID, we will maintain as primary key. And case number, this notice belongs to which case number? We will maintain that as a foreign key. And here we will maintain here case number, which plan they applied, what is the plan name, status, start date, end date, amount. Do I need to maintain all these columns again in the notices table? Not required. Already they are available in the eligibility details table. Notice ID, case number, and CO PDF will be available. CO PDF, that is the notice that we have generated. Notice PDF will be available. Generated date will be available. And notice status will be available. Is that notice is in the pending status? That means it is not given to the client as of now. Is that notice printed? Did we provide the notice to the citizen? If we provide the notice to the citizen, that will be in the completed status. That means it is in the history status. P means pending, C means completed, or you can keep P or H. Pending or history. Pending means we have not provided that notice to the citizen as of now. H means history, that notice is already generated. When you go for eligibility determination module, after determining the eligibility, generate correspondence will come. When you click on that button, that notice will be, that record will be inserted into here. That eligibility record will be displayed in the notice table. Whenever you click on this button, then only that notice will be printed. When the notice is printed, the notice status will go to H. H means a history notice, completed. If a notice is not printed, that notice will be in the pending status. So in the correspondence module, we can see based on the case number, what are the notices in the pending status and what are the notices in the history status. What notices are pending, what notices are already completed, that will be maintained in the notices table. Right. See that ED table and notices table. What is the purpose of ED table? After determining eligibility for the citizen, that eligibility details will be stored into ED table. And what is the purpose of notices table? Right. Here also we can maintain when this eligibility details got created date. That is plan start date. Suppose I determined eligibility today, you got the start date from next week, right? When that record got created date will be available. Here, when this record got created, when that notice is printed. So generated date, nothing but print date. Instead of generated date, let me give it as print date. When that notice got printed, when that record created in the table, when the notice is printed, that print date will be available. Notice status. Is that notice in the pending or is that notice in the history? That will be maintained in the notices table. Yeah, we can maintain that what is the edge trace ID is available for which eligibility determination, which notice is generated. We can maintain ED trace ID also here. We can maintain this also as a foreign key. CO PDF is a PDF document. It is a blob. Whatever the PDF you generated, that PDF also should be stored in the database table. Notice information. What is your case number? What is, suppose simple example, you will get the monthly bank statement. Your transaction history will be available. Similarly, in the I will give the PDF template. A table will be available. What is the case number? Which plan you applied? What is your status? What is your start date? What is your end date? What is your benefit amount? Approved PDF will have one template. Denied PDF will have one template. I will give the sample PDF template. In our program, we need to generate that PDF and we need to insert that PDF in the table. That's correct. Otherwise, it will be null. Pending. Default value will be pending. Once you print it, then only it will come to history. Completed. Default value P. Guys, yesterday I did not take class for JRTP. The reason, yesterday I have done assignment checking for JRTP online people. Yesterday I have seen how many of them developed at least started a major project. Surprising, out of 130 people, 4 people done admin API and AR API. Only 4 people. Yesterday I have taken the class for JRTP, but only for online people I have taken that class. Why? Because I want to check what they are doing in the major project. So I asked them, how many of you completed the project? Only those people stay in the class, remaining people leave and start the development. Fatafat 100 people left the meeting. That means they have not done anything. They did not even start the project development. Only 20 to 30 people are available. I called all the names. Only 4 people responded. They have shown what they have done. 3 people done admin plus AR. 3 people done only admin API. 1 or 2 people completed admin plus AR API. Remaining 120 people has not done anything in the project. And still they want job. How it is possible? There should be some effort from your side now. Project we are discussing from last 10 days. They did not even create single API in the major project. Then why they joined the course, I don't know. I did not check for offline. I will do that also. I will understand how many people started the development, how many people completed, how many people not started. We need to know that. Yesterday, my mind got blocked by seeing online people work. And in the group, they are sending couple of messages. Please do the live coding. Please do the live coding. Kya fayda hai bhai? If you are not able to develop one single REST API, then what is the use of doing the project course? Today I will do it, but tomorrow, once you go to the company, nobody will help you. You need to think and you need to start the development. Online people, please realize, start implementation. At least you have to identify the tables what we need for the project. That also they are not able to do. First of all, they are not spending time for the practice. That is the issue. Okay. Are you clear with these tables we identified? for the DC module, we have taken 4 tables. For ED module, we have taken 1 table, eligibility determination. For the CO module, we have taken 1 table, CO notices table is available. Perfect. And next one, BI table is available. That is this CO, it is used to store this table. It is used to store citizen eligibility details. This table is used to store citizen eligibility details. And what is this? CO notices is available. This is used to store citizen notices. Pending plan, I mean, if the plan is approved, you will get approved notice. If your plan is denied, you will get the denied notice. If you miss to submit any document, missing documents notice will come. Okay. If any documents are required, additional documentation required notice. If your plan is getting completed in next week, plan renewal reminder notice will come. So multiple notices will be generated. Those notices will be maintained in the notices table. Some notices may be in the pending, some notices may be in the history. Okay. Then after we are having BI table, BI info table will be available. It is used to maintain, it will maintain citizen benefits status. Citizen benefits status. So in our application, we are not sending the benefits. In the real time also, project IES is not dealing with the benefit amounts, right? IES application will read eligibility data, will store that data in the file and will send that file to third party. For which case number, how many times we have sent the benefit amount, that what is the transaction status, that information we are going to maintain. In the benefit issuance table, BI benefit ID. Benefit ID will be available. This benefit belongs to case number. That will be a foreign key and this will be primary key. What is the benefit month? Benefit month. In which month we have sent the benefit amount? How much benefit amount we have sent? What is transaction status? What is transaction status? Is the transaction is a successful or failure? What is the amount? For which month we have sent that amount? Benefit month. Benefit month. Case number will be available. Year also we need to maintain. For which year? The transaction date. When the transaction completed. Transaction date. On which date we have sent the amount? What is the status of the transaction? Is that successful transaction or failure transaction? Benefit month and year. For which month, which year he got the benefit? Suppose he got for Jan 2023, February 2023, March 2023. For which month he got the benefit? Benefit month year will be available. That means basically the date that we need to specify for which month he is getting the benefit, that amount, how much amount he is getting, when we have done the transaction for that citizen, what is the status of the transaction. That information will be available in the benefit info table. Okay. After benefit issuance, then reports module. Do I need a table for the report or eligibility data is sufficient for the report? Eligibility data is sufficient for the report. Now, if you have eligibility, plan name, plan status, plan start date, eligibility end date, benefit amount, denial reason, created date will be available. So now citizen gender, when the eligibility determined, that gender will be available in the another table. Based on the gender also, we can get that information. So to generate the report, this table data is sufficient. So these are the tables that we need in our application. Now, IES user table, role table, plan table, apps table, plan selection, income, children, education, eligibility details, notices, benefit issuance. Total 11 tables are available. 11 tables are available in our application. As I told you, in the real IES application, 3000 tables are available. That complex application that is. that much big application. We cannot develop that complete real-time application in the training. So from that application, we have taken some important modules, we have taken some important plans, and we are trying to mimic that project. So in the interview, you should have idea, you should have concept to explain in the interview. What is your project? What is the purpose of your project? Who is the client? How to access your project? What are the modules available? What is the purpose of the each module? That you should be able to explain in the interview. Are you clear? Good. Yeah, with this, all the tables are completed, guys. You need to design entity classes and repositories for all these tables. Now, some entities we will use in all the modules, right? Whatever the entities are there in benefit issuance module, we need some entities. In the notices module, we need some entities, right? Eligibility details, we need some entities. Education, we need some entities. Children, we need some entities. Income, we need some entities. Plan selection, we need some entities. So first, let us create all the entities with the proper relationships and repositories that are required for the entities. I'm hoping AR and admin module is completed. People will start the DC module development today. So is there any difficulty in the DC module? Just we need to capture the data and we need to insert in the table. We need to capture the data from the form and we need to insert that data into database table. Once the DC module data collection got completed, then we will go for eligibility details. In the eligibility module, logic will be available. So what are the conditions for the plans? Citizen data matching with the conditions or not. If citizen data matching with conditions, then citizen will be approved. Otherwise, the citizen will be denied for the plan. Got it? Yes. I will upload this document. So see the DB design for the project and try to create entities and start DC module development. So just you need to create 4 or 5 methods in the DC API. So every method is used to insert the data in the table. That's it. Not required. Hey guys, tomorrow we have resume preparation workshop, evening at 6 p.m. Online plus offline, both. Tomorrow SBMS class is also there. SBMS class is 5 to 6 or 5 to 5:45. At 6 o'clock we'll start the resume class. So both classes are there. Today SBMS is also there. Today we will talk about Spring Batch. How to implement batch concept in the Spring Boot to perform bulk operations. Guys, today class, I may not be able to come for offline. So I will update you by 3 or 4 o'clock. I will update. If I cannot come for offline, I will take online class for Spring Boot today. So today we will talk about Spring Batch concept. Tomorrow we'll talk about Spring scheduling concept. What is Spring Batch? What is a Spring schedule? That we will discuss in the class. Tomorrow after Spring Boot class is completed, then we will start the resume class. Resume class may take 2 to 2.5 hours, 6 to 8:30, something like that. You have to plan for that. Yeah. Fine, guys. Thank you. So with this, I'm stopping. Please work on the DC module.